Welcome to the Miracles in Wellness podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm a holistic coach and beauty expert. I'm here to empower and motivate you to improve your health and lose weight by adding more whole plant foods into your lifestyle. In addition, kick stress to the curb. So be open to receive, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hey there, friends. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So we're going to chat a little bit about just kind of using our strengths, all right? Because sometimes, when you're on a journey like a weight loss and wellness journey per se, sometimes you don't focus on the positive, You start believing you need to change something about yourself, or do I need to fix something? And first of all, no, you do not. You are fabulous the way you are, and always know and believe that. Okay, so just reframe it and know this is about your health, all right? And valuing yourself, for your family, your beautiful children that love you, just all of these other wonderful things, right? That's what it's about, more than that. And so sometimes you might get stuck focusing on wishing something were different rather than what's going well. One thing I do when I start talking to somebody, I always ask them what went well this week, right? Just to start it off on a positive note, just in case you had a really stressful week, and you're just all over the place. You ever had like those weeks or those days where everything's just out of whack, so to speak, and so I always like to be like, hey, tell me something that went well this week, and it'll give you a new perspective just to start, right? And then we can just forget our numerous strengths that we have, that we possess, and then we'll get stuck in these limitations, right? But we have so much power, right? So much power inside of us and we have so many strengths, and sometimes you just don't even think about it, right? So since challenges will always keep coming up, it's inevitable, it's life, they're just going to keep happening. So instead of focusing on our weaknesses and things that just kind of sit there at the forefront sometimes, we want to try to flip that and just focus on our strengths, right? Just looking at qualities that come naturally and just make you feel like your best self, so to speak, right? And this can help you make positive changes so that when you feel like you're at a blow block or something's just like really difficult for you, you're feeling like, I just can't get this right. So instead of going down that cycle of talking to yourself in not the most positive way, you can try to figure out how you can flip it to make it work for you, right? And then that'll give you more confidence in the situation, right? Because whenever you are not feeling like, I can't accomplish this, then that might put you into that other mindset that we don't want, right? And so if we finding out what our strengths are, it'll make you feel more confident. And then that confidence will help you push through those goals, right? So whatever that goal is for you at that moment, say if you want to lose those 10 pounds, and you can have multiple reasons for losing that way. Say it's the summer and you want to work on those JLo abs, it'll get you closer to it because we love those JLo abs because they are the truth, right? And then also you're like, it'll help my heart and I'll just feel healthier, right? And there's a chance that it'll lower my blood pressure, my cholesterol numbers, and all of these things. So there's this bigger picture. You could take a list and write down 20 reasons why you want to do it. Just all the things. You might be like 20. Yes, write down 20, 30 reasons. The more you have, the more there are, right? Because each situation could be different. You could be on a trip somewhere and you'd be like, and you might not want to relax this particular day. You might have had it in your head that you wanted to go run on the beach, or you want to go to the gym in your resort, or whatever it is. So you might need a different kind of motivation that day, right? So write down 20, 30 things to get you through it, right? Whatever that is, right? Just do it. And sometimes you have a strength in a different area of your life and you don't even realize you could use it for, say, weight management, right? Like say you excel in your career, but you don't feel that you have the necessary strength to do it in your wellness, right? And for your weight. So figuring out what that is, it's the same thing, right? Because when you think about the way you do one thing is the way you do many things. You just have to be open to applying it. Sometimes you just don't think about it because you might have it separate, right? But just you're all one beautiful human being, right? I mean, take out a piece of paper and a pen, okay? And first, just start visualizing a time when you felt at your best, right? You just had something going on, whether it was a project, whether you was putting together an event, even with your family or friends, or just anything, and figure out like, what were you doing, right? And were there any traits that come to mind that you're excelling at? It could even be anything. Even having courage is an amazing gift to have, right? Being kind, being clever, being able to think of things, being quick on your feet. I mean, there's so many. I mean, there's a long list of things you could put down. But sitting down and just taking that time within yourself to figure out what that is, right? And if you need to sit in it for a second, allow yourself that. And don't even second guess what comes up, because it could be the most random thing. You'd be like, what is that? And it might be something that you never even thought of, but it's just sitting there and God's like, I got you. Boom. And he'll just give it to you, right? And just write it down, even if it doesn't even make sense, right? It be the things that don't make sense that be doing it, don't it? And look, if you're having trouble spotting your own strengths, coming up with something on your own, because maybe you're just like, I just see the good in others. Okay, well then start there, right? Think about strengths in your friends and your family or other people, that you're around. And because it might be easier for you to start there. And once you start doing that, start with writing that down. And then once you're done with that, just start looking at yourself, since you're going to be open and you're going to be in that creative space, right? Just sit there and ask yourself. And if you know to ask if you need the help, right? You ask God if you need that help. And then you just rate and see what comes up and write it down. But whatever you do, make sure you do it, right? Make sure you do the work, okay? Do the thing. And now that you have that, now figure out how you can use that in your life, right? In your life, okay? And this will help you excel in whatever your goals are. Now with your goals, we're losing these 10 pounds. I believe that's what we said earlier, all right? And let's say you got a meal prep because you got to batch your food, put it away in the fridge, and so you're going to sit there and you're going to plan out what you want to eat. It's always better when it's planned, because what happens when it's not planned? You come home and you're hungry and you grab whatever there is to grab, or you get takeout. So if we're planning our food accordingly ahead of time, then there's less of a chance that it'll happen. I mean, once in a blue moon, do the thing. But it's best to have it planned out and batched. This is just a very sustainable way to help you on your path, okay? So if you are about to start preparing your food and you feel like sometimes it starts stressing you out and you just start making excuses that you don't want to do it, figuring out what your strength is. Say you love to learn and this is something you excel at and you've just always been good at it and you just rock it, right? So instead of allowing yourself to just get all impatient and just want to be like, forget this and leave the kitchen and just run out, be like, okay, I love to learn. Let me see this, how I can apply this to my meal prep. Okay. So you sit there and just start going on Pinterest or another site or a blog site, somewhere where you can find recipes and just start exploring, learning about new recipes or even some spices or a new vegetable that you haven't tried. There's amazing spices and there's herbs and just all kinds of things, and just explore, right? And that might get you interested. So instead of you getting impatient or not wanting to do it or thinking it's just a task that you don't want to engage in, then you start finding out what that strength is and that interest and you apply it to it, right? Or say you excel at being creative, right? Just think you also could use that and see how you could spice up a dish, right? Look at a bunch of different recipes if that is suitable, and just pick in and out and just go into your cabinet and just throw something together. That's always fun. Just finding out what that is for you, right? And that will help make it better. You could also do that with exercising, moving your body. Like say you want to start running, right? Because gets your adrenaline going and you just feel absolutely amazing and all the benefits of running. And that will also help with your stress levels, right? Moving your body, one of the best ways I love to help out with stress or anxiety or any of those things, right? I mean, it's like I love both ends. Whether I tell my clients to sit in mindfulness, there's a myriad of techniques out there, or to just move your body, hop on your Peloton, go outside for a run, just all of the things, right? So let's say you want to start running, but you just don't have the quite motivation at the moment. And say you love teamwork. So go join a group where they run, or just try to get some friends together, people that will love to go in that journey with you, right? But there's always a way, just finding out what that is, right? And so getting a group of people together, if you love teamwork, will give you that motivation, and you'll feel so revved up and ready to get it in, right? You'll be calling your friends up like, let's go. And you're just going to feel absolutely amazing. And then when you start doing these actions, right, taking this action and making this happen, you're going to give your body the space it needs to start healing itself, right? Because look, we can pray, meditate, just everything, okay? But if we do not get up and do the work that we need to do and take action, then nothing will change, right? A miracle will definitely come to you. But you can't say, I want to lose 10 pounds or I want to reverse this illness, but not take any action, all right? So take those strengths that you wrote down and apply them to your body, because we cannot heal a body that we do not appreciate, that we do not value, all right? We cannot heal a body that we hate. So make sure that you have a loving relationship with your body in all aspects, okay? And you are not your weight or your condition or any of the things that might be going on inside of you. Just make sure that you give yourself that love, right? And appreciate your body at all aspects. And if you know someone else that this episode will help, please share this with them, because we go farther together. And go ahead and download the 7-day plant-based guide. It is bit.ly/kickstart plants. And the link is also in the show notes. Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform, and also don't forget to leave a written review, as well as share this episode. That's how we spread the message.